Cheshire, one of Britain's most scenic and challenging race circuits. It's the venue for the Caterham Roadsports Challenge. This is round 5 of the championship, a pair of races, and we're looking at Sunday's second race. Pole position man is Barry Horn, and he was the only man to dip into the 1 minute 53 bracket around the Parkland circuit. Jamie Derbyshire alongside him, nearly 0.6 of a second slower, 1:54.5. Keith Robinson and John Hughes line up on row 2 of the grid, and Jason Sutherland and Martin Gregory behind them on row 3 of the 16-car lineup. Fraser Gibney with the camera starts in 9th place, 4 rows of cars ahead of him. Lights are on, ready to go, just trying to hold it stationary on the throttle. Away they go, gets it hooked up nicely. Always seems that everybody drives away from you very quickly when they start in front like that. Well, he's got Martin Walker coming alongside him, but from the front row of the grid, Jamie Derbyshire around the nose of Barry Horn to take the lead. On board now with Paul Kite, and Kite starting in 8th place. Down the hill he comes. Everybody darting around looking for position in the first couple of corners. Right down at the back there, the 42 car Neil Davis already picked up 1 place on the grid. He started 16th, now running second last, but oh dear, Paul Kite being passed as they go through Island. J.M. Littman goes by him, and then that's Martin Walker as well. Walker locks up behind Littman. They're down on the inside line at the Shell Oils hairpin. That's where you need to be. And Paul Kite in all sorts of trouble, dropping places hand over fist, but there he is right ahead of Fraser Gibney again, as they were on the grid. They just both lost places to the same people. But everybody streams through Fulstons, over the hill and down towards Knickerbrook. And Barry Horn, the poleman, back in front. Jamie Derbyshire with the little red noseband and the green rear wings in 2nd place. So the front 2 on the grid retaining their positions. And there 53 Martin Walker turning in just ahead of car 3 Paul Kite, our cameraman. Neil Davis at the back there, just ahead of Gordon Matthew, the black car. While Jamie Derbyshire piling on the pressure, won the Saturday race here at Oulton Park, and he will be intent on doing much the same here. Kite in the middle of the battle. He's got Fraser Gibney right behind him, but Jamie Derbyshire coming under pressure from Keith Robinson. That's the tiger striped car in 3rd place. And look, 2 queues of cars coming down the road. Oh, as Fraser Gibney gets very out of shape. Just halted together through Deer Leap, but only just. Paul Kite goes past him as once more Keith Robinson tries down the inside. There, the 16 car of Martin Gregory passing John Hughes. Hughes runs wide on the outside in the number 40 machine. Gregory now in 4th place, and Hughes has dropped down to 6th position because the black car of Jason Sutherland sneaked by him while he was sorting out that big grassy moment. There, the 23 machine is Steve Frost, still with his novice cross on as we ride with Fraser Gibney chasing Paul Kite and picking up the toe into Island on the inside. No racing line at all there. That's way off the racing line on the inside line, but he gets in front as we ride with Paul Kite. There is Gibney. Can Kite make the apex? Yes, he does. Gibney running out a little early. Paul Kite going with him. Now running up towards Fulstons. This is flat out all the way here. And then just as the car starts to straighten, hard braking straight down over the curbs into Fulstons. Now nailing the gas, riding the curb, but not too far out on the apex over those big concrete dots. Barry Horn still leading from James Derbyshire. Battle for 6th place and 5th place there. There is the black car of Jason Sutherland. And John Hughes right behind him. Oh, and then off goes the 53 car of Martin Walker, trying too hard under braking into the Knickerbrook chicane, and the car swapping ends as he tried to turn it left into the centre element. So he rejoins, chastened but unharmed, in last place. It's Barry Horn still leading Jamie Derbyshire, and well, 3rd place is still Keith Robinson, almost as they were on the grid. Well, exactly the order they were on the grid, but they've done a bit of place swapping since then, all 3 of them. There's Robinson, his teammate Martin Gregory in 4th place. And here he comes over the rise behind them. Lead trio together. Gregory 4th, and oh, look at that! My goodness me! John Hughes so deep down the inside, so late. Jason Sutherland must have known that was never going to happen. Couldn't avoid the spin as Hughes came across his nose. And the two of them rejoin, well, not quite last, but certainly not in 5th and 6th places where they were before. And as they come back off the grass, still racing wheel to wheel down the hill. Well, further on around Ireland, James Derbyshire again looking for a move on Barry Horn. But Jamie unable to find a way by. Horn using all the road, as indeed he should do. And Jamie sticking with him, trying to force an error. Oh, and locking up a wheel there for a moment or two into the Fulston chicane. That's fine, kept it all under control. The two Tiger Stripe cars of Robinson and Gregory, 3rd and 4th. But Jamie Derbyshire, well, I guarantee Barry Horn knew that there was not quite a car's width between him and the grass, but Jamie Derbyshire knew differently, and without actually dropping a wheel onto the grass, amazingly enough in that move, just squeaked through. Well, here they come down to the first corner, and look at the battle behind. Hughes so far down the inside and just too late on the brakes. Jason Sutherland couldn't avoid spinning off as he tried to miss the yellow and blue machine. And the two of them rejoin. Battle continues for the lead as well. Barry Horn, the yellow car, down the inside of Jamie Derbyshire. Takes back the lead. Can he hold it? Will Derbyshire come back down the hill towards him? Maybe not. But Keith Robinson and Martin Gregory are 3rd and 4th, side by side. Robinson and Gregory. Robinson now on the right-hand side of the picture. Gregory on the left. Holds on though. Robinson couldn't get by, just as Jamie Derbyshire couldn't get by Barry Horn. This is now a tight four-way battle for the lead. And further back, the 22 car of Christian Gachet. He's in a 3-car squabble as well. Well, these Caterham races rarely break up into single cars. Fraser Gibney all on his own. What a shame for him. There's Paul Kite. Kite's got pressure from behind as well. Kite in the number 3 machine with J.M. Littman right behind him. And Jamie Derbyshire under pressure now for 2nd place as Keith Robinson has to come the long way around the outside, misjudges it, has to go through there, and he'll have to make sure he doesn't rejoin ahead of the other two, loses a place rather than gains one, and that's important. It means he won't be penalised for that error. On board with Fraser Gibney. Under the O, the first O in Yokohama, that's the correct line over that blind brow. You can see where you're going here. This camera is mounted a good 18 inches above the driver's head. Believe me, down in the snug, low cockpit of a Caterham, you won't see half that much over the brows. Barry Horn easing away from Jamie Derbyshire. Keith Robinson in 4th place. There is the 3rd place man, Robinson's teammate Martin Gregory. And can Gregory make a move for 2nd? Tweaks it inside nice and tight behind Jamie Derbyshire, trying to look for some advantage down the hill. And with Paul Kite battling with J.M. Littman. J.M. Littman comes down the inside. Now as they start to go over the top of the hill and down Cascades, Kite on the inside line. He'll have to brake a little early to make sure he doesn't run out too wide and onto the dirt there, because it will spit the car across the road. Now rushing up towards Island. Should be on the right-hand side, and he was, so got that place back. And over the grass there, little untidily, Steve Frost. Right behind him, though, equally untidily, Roger Body in avoidance. And the two teammates hard at it again. This time Keith Robinson goes back into 3rd place. As off backwards and avoiding trouble goes Neil Davies. Started in last place and still there. For Barry Horn easing away from the battle for 2nd. Jamie Derbyshire with the green wings, and the Tiger Stripe car of Keith Robinson goes around the outside at Island. He's got the inside line at Shell Oils, or does he? Because smoking up behind him came Martin Gregory. Gregory at least gets inside Jamie Derbyshire, and he'll take 3rd place there as Derbyshire goes from 2nd to 4th in that one corner. Lost 1 place going in, lost another one coming out. So Jamie Derbyshire, winner of the race on Saturday, in a very tough battle here on Sunday, as was the case on Saturday, and with all the same guilty culprits as well. Barry Horn leads. Keith Robinson 2nd, Martin Gregory 3rd, and then Jamie Derbyshire still with that novice cross, the black cross and the yellow background. And he's finished less than 12 races in his racing career. Still waiting to get his licence fully upgraded. Well, Barry Horn, with the classic touch of opposite lock there through Druid, shows just how well he's handling the Caterham, powering on there, using the throttle to steer the car. But it's tight for the lead. Keith Robinson right behind him. Into the closing stages, Barry Horn has got a lot of pressure from behind. Keith Robinson right with him, looking to make a move. Horn takes the inside line on the right-hand side of the racetrack, the left-hand side of the picture as we look towards them. And he holds on, but for how long, I wonder. Keith Robinson was nearly 7/10 of a second slower in qualifying than Barry Horn, so if Barry really gets his head down and charges, he should be able to go ahead, but no! He can't, he goes off into the dirt, and he will certainly lose the lead. Come back on in front of the 16 car of Martin Gregory in second place, and wheel-to-wheel action further back still, with Roger Body on the inside then, and Steve Frost going off onto the dirt in slightly more extravagant manner. Now then, down into third place dropped Barry Horn on the run down to the Shell Oils hairpin. He was passed by the number 16 car of Martin Gregory. Gregory with a better head of steam as they came down the hill. And out of Cascades, past him through Island Bend clearly. So now it's Robinson, Gregory. And nearly a move there by Barry Horn. He's still very fired up in car number 17. And Jamie Derbyshire, strangely subdued there in fourth place. On board with Paul Kite, locking up into Knickerbrook. And then riding the curbs. They look fairly inoffensive, but they are big and jagged, those curbs. Big drops in between all the dragon's teeth kind of edges on them, and you really feel it when you thump them in a car. There is Kite in the car with the banana number plate. Number 3 machine chasing on under the Bailey Bridge and heading up towards Old Hall. Looks to the inside line, thinks about it twice, no way through there. And this beautiful Oulton Park circuit, a real driver's challenge now. Jamie Derbyshire moves up into third in another mistake. A big mistake by Barry Horn, takes to the escape road, can't get it sorted out down the hill. The Caterham fighting him all the way, keeps the power on. He's desperate not to lose too much time, but he really has now dropped well off the lead group. Down that same piece of road with Paul Kite. Now nice late apex by Kite, drift the car out over towards the exit curbs. He's got a very good run going here. Look, the aerodynamic advantage working for him, closes right on the car ahead, the 69 car of Jason Sutherland. Sutherland on the inside, he'll take the apex there as they go through Island, and he'll move over to the right for the Shell Oils hairpin. Keith Robinson leading. Martin Gregory still in second place. Jamie Derbyshire somewhere back in third, and strangely strung out for a Caterham race top 3. And here's why. Derbyshire gets by around the outside at Lodge Corner, and then down the hill, Barry Horn trying to fight him for it, but Horn, car going one way then the other, one way then the other, trying desperately to fight that tank slapper, and manages to get it all together, but all to no avail, loses touch with the leaders. But into the closing stages now. Keith Robinson still leading, second place still Martin Gregory. Down through Deer Leap and out to the final corner. Here comes Robinson, jubilantly taking the checkered flag. Martin Gregory close behind him in second place. And here's Barry Horn in 17. He will come home in fourth spot. Well, a great race, exciting stuff from the 2 Tiger Stripe cars. But post-race, bad news for Keith Robinson, handed a 10-second penalty. He drops to third, so it's victory for Martin Gregory ahead of Jamie Derbyshire. And Gregory takes the championship lead as a result.